Hey, Keith Lusher here. I'm with Lance Toups of Toups Tackle. Lance, getting ready for the season here. Show us what you got here for a second. Talk a little bit about your lures. I know you got a new website. You want to get into that first?
I do. Yeah, that's fine. We have a new website. It's Toups Tackle, so www.toupstackle.com. We've been working on it for a while. We're extremely excited about finally getting the website out there. We've been doing all our business by Facebook. And we finally got a chance now, so the customers have an option, a local pickup if they want to go through the website, see what we got. They don't have to instant message me anymore or anything like that. So we're official. We're on the web.
Awesome.
We got it going on, and we're ready to start getting these lures out here and pumping the website.
Moving on up.
Yes,
so
sir.
show us right quick what you got here, and then
Cool.
we have some water right here, and I'm really looking at this Mayday minnow you got, and I want to get a few of those in my box, and maybe get you to throw a few casts out here to demonstrate with.
Sure, I'll tell you. So what we have here is our Mayday minnow, and it's a 3.8 inch, almost a 4 inch saltwater minnow that we designed. It's a custom creation, and what we did was we designed it, we drew it up. I had some ideas in my head of kind of what I wanted, and I wanted something that had a unique tail. I wanted something that was going to kick when it was swimming, but if I stopped that bait and killed it, what I would want is that tail to take over and really provide a unique action. So I love fishing the bridges, I love the yellowmouth trout, and I wanted something that was really going to provide that bouncing off the bottom action that I was looking for. So a lot of your other baits, they got a really good side-to-side tail kick, but what makes this lure unique is it's not a side-to-side tail kick. The only way to describe that action in the water is it's almost like a boat prop or like a propeller on a helicopter, which is hence where we got the name Mayday minnow, because on the fall it looks like Mayday like a helicopter going down or something, and it was kind of a no-brainer. But that unique tube that goes back to that cup tail with that real thick design here with that little fin on the bottom, and then a lot of people knock it off as a gill plate, but we put our stamp of approval on it. We basically put a double T on the lure that you can see there, and it looks like a gill plate. So I wanted to identify the lure as mine, and we went with the double T because I didn't want to, basically scar up my lure by writing my name or some label all over it. So I wanted something that would still look unique to the fish, but identify to us. So what looks more natural than a set of gills? If you can make a set of gill plates that also knock off as your lure name, or as the double T for Toups Tackle, I thought that was pretty much a no-brainer. So that's kind of where we got there. And the next one is a really unique bass bait. You've seen a lot of beavers out there and a bunch of, different craw imitators. But this bait here is really, really thick profile. What I like about it, if you look at the side of that bait, how thick of an offering that is, but soft. So this bait is not hard. A lot of times you would think something that thick would be just a big solid block of plastic, but it's not. The texture of this bait is really unbelievable. We found that common denominator of softness, in between softness and durability. And when a bluegill grabs these, they usually gone, and we're tugging on them and they're good. But you can pitch this, you can flip this, you can run this as a trailer. This is a really good bait, been really, really successful for us, flipping in mats, punching. Really, really like it. I think it's something that our customers like. I call it the Mighty Mud Bug, and it's probably my more popular lure. Got a little creative on the color scheme there. I was trying to do some two-color stuff, and I call that fried green tomato. And I have, I don't know, some people say an uncanny ability to start coming up with some unique colors, and I like getting back there and putting my little scientist hat on and putting a drop of this, drop of that. That's what we come up with. But the craws on this bait is unbelievable. You talk about action. When you hold a bait in your hand and you can kind of look at what they're doing, you'll have an idea what kind of action you're going to have on this bait. So once again, unbelievable action, thick profile, real flat body style, but a bluegill's not going to pull those pinchers off. So we found that happy medium between not so hard that you lose your action, but not so soft that it's a one bait, one fish bait. And then I call this my Zydeco Hog, man. We had to keep a Louisiana feel for it. And I mean, what lure company's not going to make some sort of a hog, right? It's been so successful out there. Got the real big flappers on the bottom, bigger than some of your more bigger name ones that are made out there without mentioning anybody. But I kind of like that. You can take a blade and slice this down that line there, and you talk about more action. So you got the double ribbon tail and these little things up top that you can also put some little grooves in, and you talk about just an unbelievable pond bait marsh bass. When the marsh bass are on and you're trying to get that small profile but you still want that ribbon tail action, you can't beat some type of a hog bait. We call it the Zydeco Hog, and it's unique for us. So Keith, if you don't mind, man, we got some water right here behind us. Let's go take a look at the Mayday minnow in action. I'd love to show you what it does.